7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RFC Live, episode number 19 of We Got a Special Episode for You. Now you guys might be wondering, if you're a mainstay in the show, usually the show is 4 videos a week, Monday through Thursday, and then RFC Live, Friday Night Radio, 10:30 p.m. Central Time. So what are we doing on a Sunday of all days? Well, I'll tell you what we're doing on a Sunday of all days. The boys couldn't make it on Friday night. So I thought instead of just skipping RFC Live for a week, why don't we do a special bonus episode on Sunday, kick off my new series where I interview and get to know YouTubers. And you know, who better to start it off with than the man himself, Tipster. So let's go ahead and bring him in right now, because I'm sure that's what a lot of you guys are here for. Let me cut the music and let me bring him onto the show. Tipster, welcome to RFC Live. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great, dude. I can't wait to do this. I've been super anticipated to do this interview because a lot of what you guys don't know is I love doing interviews, but I almost never get the chance to do them. So now I want to kick off a series where I just get to, talk to a lot of YouTubers, get to know people, and not just exclusive to the commentary realm, because obviously I am a commentator. So you might be thinking, oh, you want to get commentators on? Well, I don't want to get just anyone on. I want to get to know YouTubers both outside and inside the community. So who knows, maybe future people in the series, you might see Willie Mac Show or VWQ or someone like that, or Tommy C, or maybe you could see other people in the realm that aren't really exclusive to commentaries. So it's really all open. But I figured no better person to start the series off than with Tipster, a guy I've been watching a lot of recently. Love his show, love his format, both on YouTube and on Twitch. And we're here to talk about both of that. So Tipster, I'm going to start this off with 2 very general questions, and then we'll go into specifics. So my first general question is, if you had to summarize yourself in 1 sentence, what would you say?
I'd say I'm a retro gamer and a video game commentator who just has a real passion for video games.
Awesome. So now I'm gonna ask that again, but if you had to summarize your YouTube channel in 1 word, what would it be?
Awesome. I don't know. I mean, I'll just go with that. I'm pretty modest, so I'm not sure. I guess I'll just go with awesome because I don't know what else to say.
Yeah. You just do Keemstar. I'm the greatest YouTuber of all time.
Yeah, the greatest YouTuber of all time. I'm a fucking legend.
Exactly. All right. Let's stop with the freaking general questions. Let's get into some more specifics. So you've been doing YouTube for a while. How long specifically?
This November will be 12 years I've been doing
12.
this.
So wait, that's 2000. So you're one of like the OG YouTubers.
I guess you could say that. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So you've been doing YouTube for a lot. Has your content kind of been the same as what it is now, or have you switched formats a lot?
Truth is, I've done a lot of format switching. In 12 years, there's a lot of time to kind of, discover yourself and what you're about and kind of find your niche. And so I've tried a lot of different things. I started out doing like angry video game nerd style reviews, and then I switched to like technology coverage, and then I came back to video games, kind of just doing reviews and unboxing, stuff like that. And it's only recently that I kind of really got into live streaming content and commentary, that sort of thing.
All right, so you mentioned the angry video game stuff. That's really shocking to me because you're like one of the most chill dudes on YouTube and Twitch and stuff. So you getting like angry, throwing stuff around. That's like really surprising to me. How was that?
Well, it wasn't really like angry reviews per se. It was inspired by the Angry Video Game Nerd in the sense that he does like these scripted, format videos. I was just kind of putting my own spin on it, where I'm not just going to review stuff that's bad. If I like something, I'll review something that's good as well. Whereas with AVGN, he just kind of focuses on stuff that's bad. You know what I mean?
Okay, I see how that is. So you went through a lot of format changes.
Yeah.
So in that time span, like, do you have any regrets? Like, did you wish you would? Do you like, because like when you're switching to different formats and stuff, you get good at a lot of different styles, right? Like for someone like me, for instance, really the only thing I think I'd say I'm good at is doing like the live stream, like radio game stream stuff like that. I'd say that's what I'm good at. I'm having like through my time on YouTube, I've had a lot of trouble making actual videos, right? Whereas you've experienced with a lot of different video styles. So do you have like regrets going through a lot of different formats, or did you just wish you stick to one, or do you appreciate all the different formats you tried?
It's definitely gave me a better appreciation for like what different types of content creators do, because at the end of the day, we all look at other content creators and we take inspiration from them. So a lot of the stuff that I tried was definitely inspired by other people that I saw. I'd like to compare my current format, what I do, more to like Total Biscuit was doing, may he rest in peace. But yeah, I kind of just like decided, hey, maybe let's try this commentary stuff and see if that works. And so I don't regret trying a bunch of different things to kind of see what sticks. At the end of the day, you just try different things and you see what works for you. And it just so happens that this commentary thing is what's working for me. So I kind of have an appreciation for that process that I went through to try and find who I am now. Not only that, but like I said, it gives me a better appreciation for, the other people who inspired my work in the past. Gives me a better appreciation for what they do.
Okay, so how long have you been doing the commentary type stuff?
I want to say I started doing commentary stuff right about 2013. So,
Okay, so
it was quite a few years ago, but in the grand scope of things, it's still pretty recent.
Okay, so that's pretty cool. So you
What
do
was
the
that?
commentary stuff. One of the things I noticed in your videos, like, the background, you've got like this massive collection. When you first started doing commentary, did the background look like that from the start, or did you have to like build that? So you watch like a video, like one video from each year, you see it just get bigger and bigger and more impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty much progressed quite a bit ever since then. Like I said, right around 2013 is when I started doing commentary coverage, and the collection was much smaller. It was 2 bookshelves, half the size of the ones you see behind my, shelf now. Now we've got 3 bookshelves, and they're twice as big as those old ones. So yeah, the collection has progressed quite a bit as time has gone on.
All right, that's pretty cool, dude. Yeah, that's one thing I always noticed is like, like a lot of people, like I feel like a lot of people, they need that green screen for their streams and stuff. But like I feel like if you switch to a green screen, like it would just take away like a lot of the charm and stuff, because you see like this massive collection. It's just something cool. You're a big collector?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't go, looking for stuff to add to the collection as much as I used to. But yeah, I definitely, I enjoy video game collecting every once in a while. Every chance I get to add to the collection, it's always fun. It's kind of the thrill of the hunt, looking for like rare games or that game you don't have yet. It's always been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I definitely need to take some tips from you. So get it, Tipster. Yeah. I'll be here I'll be here all week, ladies and gentlemen. But nah, for real, I definitely need to work on my background a bit, because a lot of people, right? Because like basically my story is I've been doing YouTube for just like a year now, and I had this video that just blew up like 200K views, and that's basically where I got all my subs from. So a lot of people who came to that video were like, "Are you just filming out of your closet?" I'm like, "Yeah. This is my closet." So basically,
whatever works.
I mean, yeah, it's like, look, I share a room with my, my younger brother, right? So I gotta have like a space that's like just me, right? And doing this YouTube stuff, it's especially necessary. So basically, what I did, I just took my closet and just kind of turned it into like my own studio and stuff. But it's a bit barren back here, so I definitely need to spruce it up a bit or something. I don't know, put up some posters or something, make it a little more homey.
Yeah, when you're a content creator, whether it's a streamer or a YouTuber, you know, your background is a lot, you know, part of your personality. Like you said, it would kind of take away from the charm of my channel if I used a green screen. I've had people suggest that, but I'm like, no, part of my character is the environment that I create my videos in. And that applies to pretty much any content creator. You look at someone like Philip DeFranco, you know, he's got his studio background in the background. You can basically take any content creator, and they usually have these iconic backgrounds, and that's kind of something that's original to YouTube and streaming. That sort of indie content creation environment. It's just, you know, it's part of everybody's personality is how they dress up their background.
Right. See, I used to use a green screen like a couple months ago, but then I realized I was like, well, like the closet meme, it's such a big like inside joke on my channel. It's like I'm just sitting here in my closet making videos about, you know, YouTube, basically high school drama, and it's like the sad life, you know. So it's like it takes away like that like meme and inside joke and stuff, and also, you know, the flood of like Tommy C clone comments, you know, people are bullying me is getting to me. All right, I had to take down the green screen, guys. No. Nah.
But yeah, I mean, like it's part of your trademark on your channel. You're hiding in the closet making YouTube vids.
You gotta have those inside jokes, man. I'm telling you. Like, I didn't really see. Look, I've only been doing YouTube like seriously for like a year, so I'm new to this stuff. I have no clue what I'm doing. All right, I have zero clue how any of this stuff works. So I never realized how important those inside jokes were. I just thought that was like just something that came along with the channel. No, you need those because the inside jokes, you know, people clicking on your channel, they're hearing all these jokes and stuff, and they're like, oh man, I gotta find out who this guy is. This sounds interesting, you know. It really does help. It really does help the channel out.
Yeah, inside jokes like that, they definitely they're a great way to engage with the community as well, because you know, you can kind of, you know, interact back by referencing those inside jokes. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So let's take it back to the games a bit. So you're obviously a big gamer. Gamer, it's such a funny word for me.
Right.
But nah, you play a lot of video games and stuff. Do you stick with like one like console or PC specifically, or are you just kind of all around?
I find that nowadays the PC tends to be like my primary platform. It's just a lot easier because you can, you know, play a lot of the modern titles on the PC, as well as you know, do emulators and stuff like that for the older stuff. It's just a convenience thing. Having said that, I've always kind of prided myself as a multi-platform gamer. So, you know, I still own the consoles and everything like that. It's mainly just a convenience thing for PC, especially with streaming. It's convenient to have everything just on the same box, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like my PC right now, I'm actually getting a new one like soon, so I'm super stoked about that. But like the thing with the PC is, you know, a big deal for me is, you know, I'm always like talking to friends and stuff, so it's so convenient to, and I only have one monitor, so I streaming on one monitor. It sounds like torture, and believe me, it is, but you gotta make do, right? So a big deal for me is being able to just talk with people and stuff while I play games, you know, tab out and stuff. So that's a big deal with PC for me. But generally, I'm like a Nintendo guy. I actually switched on Twitch. I used to just stream only PC. Now I only do Nintendo because like my PC streams were not like doing like numbers wise at all. Like a couple of them would do well, but most of them would sit at like 0 to 3 or something. So, you know, switching to Nintendo, I noticed like this massive view increase because I'm guessing, I don't really know how it works. Again, I'm new to this whole game, but my guess is that a lot of people, like Nintendo is like this weird like untapped market on Twitch where it's like a lot of people are just searching for, you know, like Nintendo streams or something, so they just come across mine or something, because, you know, not a lot of people are streaming Nintendo on Twitch, so if I'm getting like 9 concurrent viewers or something, I'm gonna be high up there in the ranks, so people are, you know, likely to check it out or something. It's weird, but I would say definitely streaming from your PC is way easier. But I'm hoping, right, because like Elgato, it's really cool. If you have like a really powerful PC with the new Elgatos, it's like you plug it in, you can actually play your console from your PC. So I'm hoping when I get my new like PC hooked up and stuff, like the whole Elgato thing will be able to work where I'm able to like stream a lot easier. But definitely like PC, like a lot of people like get mad at like the whole PC Master Race like thing, and like PC Master Race is like, it's such a cringy term, right? It's like we're like elitist or something. It's like, no, stop. But there is some truth to it, in the sense that PC is just the most convenient when you you know, a lot of the games are cheaper, games are constantly going on sale. there's just so many advantages to PC that there is some truth to it. It's just such an elitist term that everyone hates it, and rightly so. But I do see where they're coming from with that.
Yeah,
So,
it's definitely a great platform for sure. I'm glad I made the move to make that my primary platform.
yeah. So yeah, so you're a big gamer. I know you're a big Resident Evil fan. What other games are your favorites on there?
Yeah, definitely a big Resident Evil fan. If I had to pick other franchises that like I'm really invested in, Metal Gear, that franchise is definitely a big one for me. Trying to think of what else I'm really into. Well, on the Nintendo side, I mean, you can't go wrong with Zelda or Mario.
Yeah.
And then the Pokemon games are also pretty solid. If I had to pick favorites, those are probably my favorites. Oh, Final Fantasy, the Ys franchise for RPGs. Yeah, those are some of my favorites for sure.
All right, so you're into a lot of like single player stuff. You're not really into the multiplayer competitive stuff.
Yeah, I do a lot of the single players mainly what I focus on. I occasionally play multiplayer stuff, but for the most part, like I enjoy a game with like a rich story and like, pretty in-depth campaign, single player campaign.
All right, so cool stuff there. I'm more into the multiplayer. I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure why, because I suck them, but I guess I don't know. It's like my friends are into a lot of that stuff, so I just like kind of like screwing around and stuff. I'll be honest with you. I suck at a lot of video games. Like,
yeah,
the only game I'm decent at, I'm thinking right now, like on the multiplayer side, is probably like Splatoon on Nintendo. That's probably about it. So yeah, I'm not really into games, because I'm like this elite gamer or something. It's not that in the slightest, but no.
Yeah, I'm noticing as I'm getting older, I'm less proficient in video games. And that's another reason why I don't do multiplayer so much, because I'm just not as good as I used to be. You could put me in any multiplayer game back in the day and I would whip your ass, but you get me on it now and I'm probably gonna get owned.
Well, it's because like, when you're with your friends, like when you're just playing a game with your friends, you have the console, so your odds are you're gonna be better at the game because you play it more than they do, unless they also play a lot.
Right.
It's more likely when you're playing something with your friends, you're more likely to beat them. Whereas when it's online, you got all the pros on there. They all know what they're doing and stuff. So, yeah, it's a lot different.
Exactly.
So, on the topic of stuff like that, I want to get into really like the main point of the stream, which is something I found interesting, which was your move from YouTube to Twitch. So basically about, I'd say like a month ago, I'm not sure how long it was, around that time, you decided to pack up the bags on YouTube and move to Twitch, or not really move to Twitch, more like just focus on Twitch.
Yeah.
So what was like the thought process behind that? Why'd you do that?
There were quite a few things. I think the best place to start is about a year ago. I got invited to the affiliate program on Twitch. I used to stream on YouTube, and I used to use a service called Restream.io so I can stream to other streaming services all at the same time. And one of those streaming services was Twitch. And because I was getting some decent viewership over there and things started growing over there, they invited me to their affiliate program. So I kind of, checked with my audience, asked my audience, would you be willing to watch my streams on Twitch? The majority of them said yes. And so I made the move strictly for streaming on Twitch, and I was just going to continue to do my YouTube videos. Well, in terms of support from the audience and everything, it was so well over there, and the community between YouTube and Twitch is night and day. I think we can both agree that YouTube's community is extremely toxic in so many ways, whereas on Twitch, things are very supportive. It's a very different environment. It's literally night and day. So I saw that. I saw the kind of crap that was going on YouTube, both in terms of some of the decisions that YouTube corporate is making and some of the things that are going on in the community. And I'm looking at Twitch, which is this far more engaging and supportive environment. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to focus all my energy over on Twitch and, just kind of leave the YouTube thing behind. And originally the plan was to completely leave YouTube. But I just didn't feel right about abandoning my audience. I did get a lot of flack for that as well. And so I decided, you know what? I'm going to do something that I did, I experimented with last year, which was I'll just upload highlights from my Twitch streams to YouTube. but the main focus is going to be Twitch, and that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is continuing to focus more on Twitch. I still upload the highlights to YouTube for those people, but the main focus for me now is Twitch.
So, you know, you mentioned a lot about the audience, which I find interesting, right? Because I've always thought, like, you know, anywhere you go on the internet, there's going to be a toxic audience. But for some reason, like, obviously there's toxic people on Twitch, but there's a lot less than on YouTube, for instance.
Yeah, exactly. The kind of people who are toxic on Twitch are the kind of people that the only purpose they have on Twitch is they're just going to bounce around from stream to stream, you know, kind of trolling and stuff. And trolling's easy to deal with. It's fine. You know, you can kind of wisecrack with them like I do, or if you really don't want to deal with it, you just block them and you get rid of them. It's no big deal. It all depends on how you want to handle it. YouTube's level of toxicity is on a whole nother level where it's not just, okay, block and ignore them sort of thing. Not only that, but like the culture of YouTube is completely different. Just a good example is in terms of viewer support of content creators. Like if a content creator opens up a Patreon, suddenly it's like, how dare you ask me?
Yeah, making money, what a crime. It's like...
Yeah, exactly. It's like you want me to continue creating great content, but it's like, hey, you know, if I can, you know, make enough money to do this full time, then I can create even better content for you guys, right? But then when you start, you know, asking for money, or even something as simple as, hey, I'm going to open a merch store, how dare you ask for money? Whereas on Twitch, they understand that that's how a streamer makes money, through viewer support. So they're more willing to support a content creator as opposed to just kind of getting outraged and shit like that. It's completely different.
Well, it's like it's almost like on YouTube, like everyone has like this weird twisted moral compass or something where it's like, oh, if you make more than a certain amount that you need, like you on YouTube, you can only make the bare minimum of what you need. Like you can only put like one slice of bread on the table. If you go for any more money, you're an evil person. It's like, come on now. Really?
Yeah, and the thing they don't understand, because like a content creator like me, like I'll be honest, I do want to go full time for sure. But what a lot of people don't realize is like, okay, let's say a content creator is making through YouTube ads, they're making like 3K a month, which, okay, that's average earnings for most people. For the most part, you'd be able to survive with that. But if they still have a Patreon when they're making that much money, people get upset, and it's like, you don't understand. As a content creator, you basically work as an independent contractor, right? And so you're not getting health insurance. That's not accounting for the taxes you have to pay. That's not accounting for any business fees you have to pay, because you are running a business. So you have to have, you know, all these expenses and everything like you're running a business. You have to make extra income to cover all those bases. It's not just the minimum of what do I need to pay my bills. You got to think about your taxes. You got to think about your health insurance. You got to think about that. And I'm in a good spot myself because I don't have to worry about all that stuff yet. I still have a day job. But, you know, if it ever gets to that point, people need to understand that this is why streamers or YouTubers need that overhead in terms of earnings, because they do have to account for all those things that the person with the average 9 to 5 doesn't have to think about.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like on Twitch, I think like I'm trying to like think why there's such a difference in audiences on YouTube and Twitch. And I think it's because, you know, Twitch, like, admittedly, here's the thing, right? Like, I hate criticizing Twitch because, like, I do love the platform, right? You know, just because I criticize the platform doesn't mean I'm, like, hating Twitch or I'm deleting my Twitch account and I'm moving to YouTube to stream or something. Look, here's the deal, right? With Twitch, like, the platform's great. Like, I'm always promoting Twitch. Just ask my friends. I'm always telling them, you guys need to make a Twitch account and start streaming. It's great, right? You know, my friends at stream, that is. You know, I think, like, one of the problems with Twitch, right, is that their TOS, which has always been pretty much the same. Their TOS has always been strict, but the level of enforcement hasn't been nearly as strong as since, I believe, February or March when it started being enforced. So yeah. A lot of creators who are edgier, you know, have look, here's the thing, like, Ice Poseidon is like what comes to mind when I think of toxic communities, right? And I you know, I dig what Ice Poseidon does. Like, his content is entertaining to me, right? But his fan base is completely toxic, right? So he's not on Twitch. He got banned. Same with someone like Anything for Views recently got banned. You know, like, the people who are edgier and more toxic you know, they're not lasting on Twitch. So I think in a way, like a positive of Twitch is almost caused by, you know, like a negative aspect of Twitch. And like you might be thinking, oh, well, how's that a negative aspect of just weeding out the toxicity, right? Well, it's like a lot of the creators I like, you know, like the fan bases that I don't like aren't on Twitch, which is great. But a lot of the creators that I do like aren't on Twitch, and that's my problem with Twitch, is that their enforcement levels are far too strict. And,
Yeah.
you know, like I don't know how much you're allowed to comment. I'm not about to get you unaffiliated.
No. I mean, I'm not a partner, so there's a lot of things I can talk about. If I was partner status, then yeah, it kind of limits things. But as an affiliate, I'm still pretty free to talk about things.
Yeah, I don't think they really care
the thing is, like,
if you're an affiliate. I think it's like once you get to partnership, that's when they start, you know, batting an eye.
right. And I am pushing for partner, so hopefully I get there eventually. But for now, affiliate's fine. But it's kind of interesting. I understand why Twitch is doing what they're doing. They don't want to end up like YouTube did, or all this bad press in the mainstream media and whatnot. So I get it. But you're right. The rules are a little bit on the strict side. I think that using, you said anything for views, he was a good example, because while his audience was toxic and he is a little edgy on his own part, he's not like so bad that you should see like, oh, maybe he should get banned, that sort of thing.
Well,
using
I'll
Ice
add
Poseidon
that real fast. Like the clip that got him banned, I don't know if you've seen it, have you?
I haven't seen it, no.
Oh, you haven't seen it? All right, well, I'll just say, right, the clip that got him banned, like he deserved the ban from that clip alone, right? But I'm guessing, I don't know the full context of that. I'm guessing he was like really drunk or something and he just did that. But I do think he deserved the ban based on that clip, because it was that bad.
Oh, okay.
And I like edgy content creators, like I do not care one bit. Like almost 99% of the time when someone gets banned on Twitch, I'm like, they didn't deserve that. With anything for views,
yeah.
The clip that got him banned
was
he
just
right?
drunk?
But in general, he's not a bad dude. I don't think, like, in general, like, you know, maybe saying he deserved the ban was wrong. He definitely deserved a temp ban, no doubt.
Yeah.
But a permanent ban, I think, is like a little too harsh.
So was he just drunk on stream, or is there something specific he did? I'm not sure.
You want me to like load the clip? It's like 20 seconds. It's like just
Yeah,
for
sure,
context.
Yeah.
All right, let me find it real fast.
Yeah, because like I said, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. So you have no clue what I'm talking about. Let me fix that.
Yeah, all I know is like the Ice Poseidon thing. Like, I would definitely say for sure he deserved the ban, because that guy, he had more than enough warnings from Twitch staff, and what really got him in shit was the whole getting swatted on the airplane thing. Like, that's what screwed him over.
Yeah. Well, like, in fairness, that was caused by a fan who called in. Like, he had no control of that. But he shouldn't have been streaming at the airport, because, like, you know, who knows what's gonna happen. You know, when you're like, I'm all about the IRL streaming, right? But I feel like there's got to be some instances where you got to turn the camera off. And like, if you're going into an airport in a post 9/11 world, like, I feel like you're just asking for something to happen.
Exactly, and that's why I think he kind of earned it, because not only was he streaming in the airport, but he told people his flight number, and he was very specific with information when he knows the kind of audience he has. So I think he kind of brought it on himself. But hey, that's just my opinion.
All right, I'm about to DM you the anything for views clip. I'm not gonna play it. Oh frick, it didn't freaking copy. All right, let me go find it again. I'm not gonna play it on stream, because I actually like not having a copyright strike, or not copyright strike, a strike. But
yeah.
Hold on, it's Tommy posted. I'm going to his channel, so let's see.
Yeah, because I heard he got banned, but I didn't bother to look at why.
I have to click it to copy the link, so I'm just gonna mute my desktop audio real fast.
All right, man.
All right, hold on, guys. We'll get this all resolved. All right. All right, desktop audio is back. There we go. The fact that I have to go into this much precaution, you know, I've played a bunch of stuff on stream before, but this, like, it's just a little too far. All right, I sent you the clip, so you can see the context of what I'm talking about. It's bad.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Oh man, why didn't he shut the stream off? He would not have gotten trouble if he just shut the stream off. Oh my God. I've had people do that before. For those of you guys who haven't seen the clip, I'll just describe it without, in a way that won't get him in trouble. Uh, but basically, somebody sent in a donation where it's playing an audio clip that's screaming the N-word. And I've had people do that on my stream before. If I'm at my computer, obviously I can mute the notification, so that's fine. But like I've streamed on my phone before, and people have done that too. And I just kill the stream at that point, and when it's over, I bring it back up. Why didn't he do that?
Well,
That's so dumb.
I don't know if you watched the whole thing. The part at the end is the worst part, because what he says.
Okay, maybe I missed that. Let me see.
Oh no.
I don't see him saying anything.
Oh, it's not at the end? Hold on. Let me go ahead.
Is it to the black girl where he says sorry, no offense?
Yeah, and then he says something like, "Yeah, I hate Blink too," and it's just such a bad clip. It's like, why? It's like, you were just asking for this? Like, how?
He says you're not that black.
Yeah, it's like what? It's like. What?
Oh man, he did make it worse for himself. Yeah, he brought that on himself, man.
It's like, maybe he did. Like, I keep going back and forth. I'm like, yeah, he deserved the perma ban, or maybe it should have been a temp ban. Now I'm going back to the perma ban. It's just like, it's so bad. It's just, I don't know. But,
that's one thing on Twitch you don't fuck with is the racial stuff. You just don't go there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little bit risque myself. I use the word retard on stream sometimes, and that can get me into some trouble too.
It's like calling someone a thought. It's like, it doesn't mean anything.
I think it's really important, the context that you use. Some people would disagree, but I mean, like, I would never call a mentally handicapped person a retard.
Oh yeah,
like, that's
it's completely.
up.
Well, it's like when you see like the word like retard or something like in that context, you're just using it as like a swear word. It like you could change it with like any other swear word, and it has the same context. It's like when you say it's like mentally like someone like that, like it's gonna like the context like changes like the definition of the word. So it's. Yeah,
I've kind of changed the way I use the word just to be on the safe side. Like, I used to, like, if somebody said something stupid on my stream or in my comment section, I used to be pretty open about saying, "What are you, fucking retarded?" I don't do that shit anymore. Now, if I use that word, it's just a reference to something that, like a material thing that's retarded. Like if I think some new product isn't all that great, I'll say that product's pretty retarded or something like that. So I don't refer to people as retarded anymore, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah. Dude, if I tried to be on the safe side, like here's the thing, I can be in the safe side on my streams, but my friends like if you just go like on the episode, we did an episode on. Are you familiar with like the Arab Andy situation?
I'm familiar with Arab Andy, but what's this Arab Andy situation?
So basically, this IRL.
Oh, you're talking about the university thing, right?
Yeah, where he went into the thing and he played the. Dude, some of my friends made some terrible jokes on stream, and I'm just asking for a strike. It's like it's not even bad, right? It's not even bad. It's just like some SJW is gonna find that and be like, "Oh, you hate Arab people" or something. And it's like, what? It's like, no, stop.
Yeah, that Arab Andy thing was so ridiculous. I mean, part of me doesn't like. I don't think he should have been arrested for it, but it was still really fucking dumb.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It's like in especially in our society, it's like, like it's like I don't care about any of that stuff, but when under like special circumstances, like our society today with all these shootings going around, you gotta be adaptable. You gotta adapt to a particular situation. Like like if for instance, let's say he had just played that clip with his buddies around his house as like some stupid joke or something, like no problem. Playing it at a university, what are you doing? I mean, again, it was a viewer who donated that clip because it's text-to-speech donation. Mm-hmm. But it's like when you go in, it's like, what do you think someone's going to donate?
Yeah, exactly. That was pretty bad. That's another situation where it's like, dude, kill the stream. Like, this is not good. I get it. people post the funny memes. You watch how the crowd reacts, but come on, that's a bit much.
Yeah. So let's reel it back into your move to Twitch. So you're on this service that like streams to a bunch of different websites to restream. I see some of my friends use that, and so one of those is Twitch. Twitch, you got affiliated on there, you're good to go. Eventually, fast forward to like a month ago, you decide to make the move, but then you decide to, like, at first you were using like the Twitch tools to export clips back, and then you eventually went back to what you were doing before and just taking your clips and, you know, editing them up a bit, you know, intro, outro, all that jazz and stuff. So what made you come back and do all that stuff? Because I thought you were just going to be doing like the Twitch export stuff.
So there's a couple reasons for that. I mean, the main reason for coming back at all, because like I said, I was just going to drop YouTube cold turkey. After a couple days of thinking about it, I was like, you know, I've got this audience that's been supporting me all these years. It's kind of fucked up for me to just abandon them like that. So that's why I started doing the Twitch exports, so at least they can have something. But the truth between like, why did I go from the exports to now, like, you know, actually editing it, making it a little more presentable, I'm OCD as fuck. I started looking at those clips, and the problem with the Twitch exporter is, even though you can select highlighted moments and it'll export those for you, it's not precise. Like, it'll usually add like 5 or 6 seconds to the beginning of the end of the cut, and I'm too OCD for that. I would look at that and I was like, this looks like
everything has to be in a particular place.
Yeah, so I was looking at this, I'm like, this looks like garbage. So I'm like, fuck this shit. I don't care if I have to I don't care if I have to shorten my stream by an hour or whatever to give myself a little bit of editing time. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it, because I can't have this garbage representing me. The whole point of my YouTube channel now is promoting my Twitch, and if people are looking at these garbage clips, they're just gonna be like, why am I gonna watch this dude on Twitch? Like, his clips are garbage. So I was like, yeah, I can't have that. I gotta clean this shit up.
Yeah. Dude, that's it. That's it. You're OCD. Dude, I'm the same way, dude. I'm so OCD, it's to a fault. Like, every day I'm like tweaking stuff on my channel. I'm like, oh, this banner doesn't look right. Let me move this like picture like 1 centimeter to the left or something on the screen. Like, I'm always like changing stuff, trying to make it look good.
It's every day, bro, with that OCD flow.
Oh yeah, totally, dude. I swear. So that's so you looked at your stuff and you're like, hold up.
Yeah, I can't let this represent me. Let's do this shit right.
Yeah. So you came back, and now you're kind of just, like, my impression is you're just doing what you're doing before, just taking Twitch clips, you know, putting them up as videos. And it works, too, because, like, you start your videos off, like, you know, if it weren't for, like, the chat on the side or something like that, I would, like, it would work as, like, a standalone video. Like, couldn't even tell it was live stream, so it works.
Yeah, and I have a few people in my audience that are complaining about the chat being on screen, and I'm just like, look, they're clips from the Twitch stream. You're just gonna have to kind of deal with it.
I think it's cool. Like, as a YouTuber, like, I can see so what's his audience thinking at the time that he's saying this. I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. I think it adds like this whole new perspective to, like, you're not only getting my opinion, but you're also seeing the opinions of the audience as well. I think it's pretty cool.
When they hear it too. So it's like, pretty much. Yeah, it's cool. I think the chat and the videos work. So
nice.
Yeah. So I think that about wraps. Actually, no, wait. I want to talk more about something that I've been talking about. You know, back in January, one of my friends, you guys know him, X Panda. He's the host of RFC Live. That's there for literally no reason, right? He just sits there and makes weird jokes. No, I'm just messing with him. But nah, he decided he wanted, because he had just built his PC. He decided he wanted to become a streamer, and I knew nothing about Twitch at the time. And I was still a YouTube streamer at the time. Like, now the only streams I do on YouTube are RFC Live. Everything else goes on Twitch. So, but back then, like, it was different. Like, I was only a YouTube only streamer. So I was like, dude, you should make a YouTube channel. And he was like, but I don't want to sit here with this channel where it's like a bunch of random streams and then a bunch of random videos, because he also wanted to make videos too. So he was like, I want to have like separation. So he made his Twitch, and he was pulling in numbers, and I was like, what? Like, this loser over here just sitting there, he's playing games, he's getting views on Twitch. And I'm like, I gotta jump on Twitch because I need them views. So I made a Twitch account, and I realized I was like, whoa, like, this stuff is actually really cool. There's a lot of, you know, look, YouTube's trying to get into streaming. they do it, I guess. I mean, it works. It works for like a show like this, but like game streaming and stuff, like it doesn't really work. Like you can stream, but there's no hosting. You know, there's no like you can't share and stuff. And I'm not saying YouTube has to fully rip off everything Twitch does, but there's like streamer only features. Like it took them until this year just to have chat replay. Like come on. So when I was starting to stream on Twitch, I realized, whoa, Twitch is like they know their live stream and stuff. They know how to build like the live streaming platform, right? And I was like, this site's really good. Like their interface is clean, everything's clean. You know, like I was loving my time on Twitch, and I was telling people, I was like, look, YouTube. I love doing YouTube. I'm a YouTuber first, Twitch streamer, you know, second, right? Because you know, I can't survive with streams alone. You know, I got to be making content in order to grow and get my voice out there.
Absolutely.
But Twitch, like, it was just this fun place. Like every day, like after school, like I'd make my video and stuff, and then in the evenings, like I would just, you know, flip on the Twitch and I would go like live streaming, you know, on Twitch. It was just a fun place to hang out. You know, bring in buddies on Discord, just have some fun, play some games, and I was like, you know, a lot of people are discontent with YouTube. A lot of people don't really see YouTube going further as a site for you. I see YouTube lasting for a long time with celebrities, but I feel like, you know, for the average YouTuber, like they're not going to last on YouTube. So I've been telling people Twitch is going to be the future. Like despite my qualms with their TOS stuff and you know, a lot of creators that are like getting banned and stuff, I feel like Twitch is still going to be the future. I feel like at some point they're going to reorient themselves, maybe tone back some of the TOS. I don't think completely, because I do think Twitch, you know, is like they're still very much like left-leaning like company. They want to keep their image clean. I mean, they're owned by Amazon, you know, that should tell you everything, right? But I feel like in order for like business-wise, they're going to start cutting back and being more friendly with a larger audience, and pretty soon, excuse me, Twitch is going to be the future. And I want to hear your opinion on this, because like, do you think Twitch, like, not like I see, when I see Twitch as a future, not just for live streaming, they're going to expand it. Oh, sorry, I hit my mic. They're going to expand into video and stuff. They're going to try to take over YouTube, because they're the only company that can. VidMe can't, because VidMe doesn't have the audience. You know, who's like the big VidMe content creator? You know, who's the iDubbbz, the PewDiePie of VidMe? You know, like there's no one on there like that. But on Twitch, you know, there's big people like Ninja, Dr. Disrespect, Shroud, people like that. You know, Andy Milonakis, you know, in the IRL scene. Like there's big people on Twitch, so they're the only people who can potentially take it over. And I want to hear your opinion. Do you think Twitch is the future?
I can't speak for like on the greater scale of content creators. I'm not sure, you know, YouTube has, you know, they still have time to, you know, turn things the right way around and kind of be more community focused. They still have time to change and improve their platform. I know that personally for me, I feel like Twitch is, you know, the future for me. But, you know, the great thing about Twitch is like, it's very community focused. With YouTube, they take these already established stars and they continue to push them. I mean, even someone like me who's got almost 23,000 subscribers, YouTube doesn't really push me. They keep pushing the big guys, the guys who are already established, and that's not the way Twitch works. Twitch is all about pushing those smaller streamers and kind of, you know, putting them in the forefront and featuring them. And you see a lot of times like a smaller streamer will be featured on the front page because they're all about promoting not just the big guys, they're also going to promote the small guys, which is great about that community. And the other thing to understand about Twitch is with YouTube, in order to make a decent living on YouTube, you have to have these massive audiences, and you got to be getting thousands upon thousands of views. There's plenty of people on Twitch who do this full time that have audiences that are a fraction the size of a big YouTuber, because it's a completely different revenue stream. It's all viewer supportive. And like I said before, the viewers are more than willing to support streamers. So you don't need this massive audience to make a living on Twitch. You can do it with an audience of, you know, maybe 5,000 followers or something like that, unlike YouTube where you need these massive audiences. So I think that a lot of smaller content creators have a better shot than they do on Twitch. So maybe it's the future. The only thing I can say for sure is I'm focusing on it more, and I definitely see, like, if I have a chance at going full time as a content creator, my shots, my shot is a lot better on Twitch than it is on YouTube.
All right. See, I see how with Twitch, right? Like Twitch is gonna be fine no matter what, unless they do something to screw up, like big creators start leaving because they're disgruntled with the platform, like YouTube type stuff. I see like Twitch is just growing constantly, and like the only reason why YouTubers aren't making the move to Twitch is because of the TOS, right? A lot of YouTubers don't feel safe on Twitch. They're like, oh, I'm gonna get banned. I'd rather, because when you get banned on Twitch, you can't appear on other people's streams as well as you can make your own. So a lot of YouTubers are like, I'd rather have the ability to show up on my buddy's Twitch stream than like get permanently banned day one. So I feel like that if that's the only thing restricting them, that's gonna go, because sooner or later they're gonna see the money, and I feel like they're gonna be like, oh, wait up, we could have, we're doing fine, but we could have a lot, we could have a lot more. We could be the next, the future of not just streaming, but also video. Who knows? One thing that you said that I've heard you say before that I found quite interesting was Twitch pushing smaller content creators, which for me has been, strangely enough, the opposite. And I'll explain why. So on YouTube, I started a year ago. I can't stress enough. I don't know what I'm doing. all I know is how to talk. That's it. All right. So I'm not good at graphics design. I'm not good at fancy editing stuff. All I know is sit here, plug this microphone in, and spit words. That's it. Yeah. So I'm sitting here, like I wouldn't. I obviously I don't think I'm talentless. Like my talent comes in the ability that a lot of kids my age, they aren't confident. They aren't comfortable with speaking and stuff like that. Me, I'm an egomaniac. I need the center of attention. So I say my talent comes from, I like to talk. And with YouTube, right, I start off like someone like me. Like I'm not doing what the Pauls are doing. I'm not, pyrocynical with my editing abilities. I'm not like doing crazy stuff. So you'd think like I'd have no chance on YouTube. Well, granted, this isn't gonna happen for everyone, but I got extremely, extremely lucky. A couple months ago, I made this video about grade A under A, and it blew up to 200,000 views and got me to where I am today. And now I'm averaging like 30 subs a day. It's insane. And I really feel like anyone has a chance on YouTube, because if I can do it, anyone can, right? I'm an idiot. Like, if I can pull through with this much, like, surely someone can do this and better. Whereas on Twitch, the only real, like, granted, a few people have found me on Twitch, like, without any knowledge of me on Twitter or on YouTube. Like, people just, like, search on Twitch for some Nintendo streams, they see my stuff, and they're like, oh, hey, I've seen, and I'll be like, they'll just be like, oh, hey, in the chat, and I'm like, I don't recognize you. Are you from the YouTubes or Twitters or something? And they're like, nah, I just found you on Twitch. So, like, that has happened a bit. But a majority of my Twitch support comes from YouTube. So, like, I feel like on Twitch, you have to have, like, a base already built somewhere else to transfer that audience, so that then, once you have that initial build-up on Twitch, you can grow. Because that's what happened with you. You had that YouTube audience. You plugged them all to Twitch. And I believe you got like 200 guys or something. You said this on stream before. And then,
I think it's like 200 people moved over when I made the announcement.
And then once you had that initial startup, then you were able to take over on your own. So for me, it's been the opposite. It's been like on YouTube, any dope can make it as long as they grind. Because I've been grinding for a year. I'm serious. I want to make this. I want to go full time. I want to be a full time online internet personality. And I feel like on YouTube, any dope can make it, but on Twitch, you've got to, you've either, here's the thing with Twitch, you got to be either really good at the games, you got to be really entertaining, or you've got to have a base somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, like, I definitely was in a unique position where I had an established audience when I moved over. if you don't have an established audience, there's definitely a grind in the beginning. But once people start noticing you, you have like what I notice a lot is it's not necessarily the platform that's pushing you, because the thing about Twitch in terms of the website and the way it's designed is the way it works is they don't have an algorithm like on YouTube that just pushes content that it thinks is good content. You're literally just judged by the numbers. So if somebody looks up a game, let's say you're playing Mario Odyssey, for example, somebody looks up Mario Odyssey, the way based on the number of viewers you have. So the platform itself doesn't push you necessarily. This comes into that community aspect I talked about. A lot of times you'll have big streamers in the off time when they're not streaming. They're just kind of looking at some of the smaller streamers, and they're watching some of the smaller streamers to see, okay, who's, you know, the streamers that are really fun to watch, who's got, you know, a good personality, things like that. And they'll make a mental note of those people so that when it's time for them to raid someone at the end of their stream or something, they'll raid those people. And so it's more of a community promotion as opposed to, you know, the platform themselves pushing you. Unlike YouTube, where everybody's kind of cutthroat and they see each other as competition, the community's not willing to push people as much here as they used to, like they did, you know, back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned that, because I completely forgot about the raid aspect. You know, I've not really been raided yet. But you know, I've seen like a lot of streamers I watch. Like I watch this guy. His name is like Nicroveda or something. He's like this Mario Odyssey speedrunner, and like he's always getting raided because he's like 8,000 followers on Twitch, right? So he's not like small, but he's not like, you know, mainstream, right? He's constantly getting plugged by huge people, you know, who are just into that. Like I was watching his stream, he had like 100 people in there, which is really good. Like I'm not like taking that away from him, obviously. Like I don't get 100 people, so yeah, obviously he's doing all right for himself. But like while I was sitting there in the chat, like it said like this guy with like 100,000 followers just sent like 2,000 viewers his way, and like the chat just exploded and stuff. And I'm like, dang, like the fact that I was there to witness that tells me that it must happen at least semi-frequently in general, not just that guy, but in general. So yeah. You know, and I've sent, look, you mentioned a lot of YouTubers don't like plugging their people, right? Because they see it as competition. You know, I'm all about friendly competition, which is different. You know, I see my friends and I'm like, oh, hey, you know, one of my friends, Twip, he's like this Nintendo YouTuber. He's got like 8,000 subs. I see him and I'm like, in a year from now, I'm going to beat you. And he's like, you're on, head on, let's go. And that's how we look at it, right? We're constantly trying to outdo each other. And in the process, we end up taking each other, you know, to new heights. But I'm also, you know, I also like plugging my friends a lot, you know, like, you know, my aforementioned, you know, Ben, my other friends from RFC Live, my co-hosts, you know, I'm always tweeting their stuff out. And one of the most exciting parts when I, like, blew up, I guess you could say, not really, I mean, 2,000, look, it's a lot to me, but it's not really, yeah, like, I'm not gonna be, you know, on Keemstar's radar anytime soon, let's just say that. But one of the really exciting things for me when I got like this massive influx of subs, like for a while it was just like 100 a day. I was just like thinking, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be able to take this and I'm gonna be able to build my friends up too. Like they can be YouTubers too, just like me. So like I'm all about that friendly competition, but at the same time, you know, I want to be pushing my guys. And on Twitch, that's like I'm kind of unique in that aspect on YouTube, but apparently on Twitch, everyone kind of has that mentality, right? Because I see, like, at the end of every stream, you raid someone. You know, the Tipster raid, you know? Like, that happens a lot. I remember I was watching Ninja back in March. Ninja doesn't really, like, raid people ever. But, like, one time, I was just watching him. He had, like, 100,000 people in there, you know? A typical day for Ninja, you know? 100,000 people, concurrent viewers? Yeah, nah, no big deal. Nah, but for real, he was sitting there playing Fortnite, and he was like, alright, guys, I'm gonna call it a stream. But you know what? Let's actually do a raid. And I'm sitting there in the chat. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm about to witness the birth of a new Twitch star.
Right.
So he finds this
pretty
guy.
Insane.
He finds this guy Alpha's Armies or something. Alpha Army. I don't know. But he finds this guy. He has like 600 followers and he has like 8 viewers watching him. He's just like, all right, casual raid. I'm gonna raid this guy.
Damn.
See you guys. This guy, Alpha's Armies, had 70,000 people staying in his thing. He was like the top guy on Twitch. And I was like, did I just watch?
Jeez,
he went from like 600 followers to like 14,000 in like a span of like 30 minutes.
That's insane. And let me tell you, as a smaller streamer, because on Twitch, you know, I'm pretty small in comparison.
Oh, I think we went offline. Oh, stream
yeah,
resumed?
Yeah. It looks like it cut out really quick, but I think we're back.
Okay, we're back. All right. I don't know how much you guys missed, but it must not have been much. All right, let's go ahead. So basically, Tipster was talking about rating.
Yeah, it's a rush when a big streamer raids you, because like I'm not that big on Twitch. I'm about to hit 2K followers pretty much any day now. But I remember the biggest streamer that raided me over on Twitch was actually Boogie2988.
No, but you got a Boogie raid?
Yeah, I think the clip is still on my stream. But yeah, that was insane. Like, I didn't expect that. Not only that, but I'm actually a fan of Boogie's. I really like his stuff. But I think it was like 300 people came over from his stream. It's just like, holy crap. It was awesome. And I still, to this day, I still appreciate that. I didn't. I guess he just randomly stumbled upon my stream and decided, you know, I was the guy who was going to raid that day.
Wow.
Yeah. I've actually had him, and then back when I used to stream on YouTube, Zoe Berger raided me back on YouTube. And there's a clip of that on my channel too.
No way.
Yeah, dude, that was awesome. She was twerking for me, man. But yeah, the clip's on my YouTube channel. You should look it up sometime.
Of all the people I would have guessed, I thought you were gonna say something crazy like, I don't know, like Keemstar or something. Like, oh my god.
Nah, fuck Keem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody who knows me knows I don't like Keem. And actually, I think it was a couple months ago. We had like a big Twitter beef, and everybody was talking about it. Did you see that shit?
That's when I started seeing you. Cause like the way I found you, right? Obviously, like you did the show with Tommy, and I'm like, you know, a big fan of Tommy. He actually did me a huge favor a couple days ago on my Twitch channel. But I saw you in the interview with Tommy, of course, but I actually didn't start watching you until you commented on my baited video or something like that, and I was like, oh, let me check this guy out, because like I see like a big guy in my YouTube comments. I'm like, whoa, I gotta check this out. So I ended up watching you. I was a big fan of your stuff, but dude, that's
yeah.
I saw this argument with Keemstar on my feed like even before then, and I was like.
Yeah, that Keem thing was funny because, I mean, it's obvious. Like, it came right after the interview with Tommy, so you knew it had something to do with that.
Yeah.
But essentially, one of his news team guys started running his mouth.
Was it Josh Pescator or whatever his name
was? That dickhead, yeah.
Yeah.
So he starts running his
name
mouth.
Him and give him exposure or anything, but I've seen some shady stuff he's done.
Yeah, he was talking a lot of shit, and I basically tagged Keem in a tweet. I forget exactly what I said, but it was something along the lines of, you know, you're defending Drama Alert as a show or whatever, but like you must not have a lot of faith in in Keem if you feel like you have to defend him and like he can't defend himself. So Keem jumped in, and then we had a little bit of a back and forth. But the funniest thing about it,
him. You attack like his masculinity or something, and he's like, "Oh, hold up, wait a minute."
Who's this little fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, that's that guy that was on Tommy's show. Because he refused when he called into Tommy's show talking about it. He refused to mention me by name. He's like, your little gamer friend.
Wait, when did he call in?
He called in about 2 shows after the show that I was on.
Oh wait, that was the Kavos one, right? Where Tommy.
I think it was Kavos, yeah. But he called in like, oh, I was just fucking with your little gamer friend.
Gamer friend.
So that shit was funny. He refused to use my name. But what's really funny about it is that same day we're having this Twitter argument or whatever, and that same day he kind of slides into my DMs and he's like, "Hey, you know a lot about games, right?" or something like that. And I was like, "Yeah, that's kind of what I do." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm trying to buy like one of those multi arcades. Can you recommend one to me?"
Dude, so you got hooked him up at the arcade?
Yeah, that arcade that he bought, I ended up recommending it to him.
Dude, that's so funny, because I remember Colossal was on Twitter and he was like, let's do beta guys, which was like turn of the century, which is like usually it's the other way around. So right. And then Keemstar was like, nah, I'm too busy playing my new arcade or something.
So you can blame me for that. The
You
fact
ended
that y'all
baited.
didn't get it baited.
You ended baited.
I ended baited, I guess so.
Wow. Dude, why baited was important.
Jeez. But yeah, that was funny. And like honestly, like I knew it was just a troll from the beginning. A lot of people saw it as, oh, Tipster's gonna be on Drama Alert. Nah, we were just trolling.
He doesn't like giving people the attention or the exposure or something. And
yeah,
plus,
and
I
it was
mean,
it
what
was
would you do that would get on Drama Alert?
exactly, and it was an understanding that we were both trolling each other, so it was like nothing major.
But you don't like Kim?
What's that?
You don't like Kim?
I will say this. I mean, he's a good news source for community news, so I do watch him or whatever. But as a person, nah, I don't really like the guy.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
Look, I'm new in the community, and my outlook is he hasn't done anything to me yet, or one of my friends. Like the moment he messes, I don't know why. I don't know. First off, if he's gonna mess with any people involving my circle, it's gonna be me, because like my friends, like the most drama they do is, you know, some of them host RFC Live, and some of them like just watch the show. So he's not gonna attack one of my friends. He's gonna attack me, and if that ever happens, you know what? You know, screw Keem. But he hasn't done anything to me yet. He hasn't done anything to one of my friends. The moment he does either, then screw Keem. But as for now, dude, I just think, you know what? Keem seems like, to me, he seems genuine. And I know, like, a lot of people, because, you know, Tommy C gave me a plug a while ago, so I got a lot of his fans. And a lot of people were like, how can you respect Keem or something? And I'm like, I mean, I'm new to all of this. You know, obviously I've been paying attention for a couple years now. But, you know, to me, it's just like eye for an eye. If Keem messes with me or one of my friends, game over. Let's go to war. Cause you know I'm not, you know, I love drama and stuff like that, you know, but I have no reason personally to hate Keem. He's just interesting.
Yeah. The funny thing is I used to actually be a really big fan of Keem back when he did the FAG stuff, the video game griefing stuff.
Oh, so
I got
you were like an OG fan of his from way back.
Yeah. Where he really lost me, and you know, I do have friends that he's kind of fucked over. One of them being Tommy, and I won't get into the specifics of the other ones, but the when he really lost kind of my respect is the way he like grossly misportrayed the Basher situation. He literally fucked Basher's career. Like Basher will never be able to make a comeback, and he just seriously misportrayed that situation in a way where it made it seem far worse than it actually was, and he ended someone's career over nothing just for views and attention, and it's kind of fucked.
Wow. See, when the whole Basher stuff was going down, that was 2015, right?
I believe so, yeah.
See, I was like a complete normie up until like 2016. That's when I kind of started like noticing, like 2016 was kind of when I started just using the internet in general. Like obviously I've been using it for a while, but like that was when I started paying attention to what's popping and stuff. So I missed that whole. I understand the Basherverse line maker stuff was like a whole saga on Drama Alert, and it's something I missed out on. So you know, I tried to go back like a while ago. I tried to go back and like just like because I was curious. I was like, man, what is this weird YouTube story that I completely missed out on? And I tried to go back and there's like 50,000 freaking episodes with Basherverse in the title. I'm like, there's no way I'm catching up with this. So.
Yeah, and see, Keem was in the right with the Lion Maker thing, and I don't know if you've heard the latest with that, but
he was trying to contact Clown for another interview. Right?
Well, there was that, but also Paige, the girl that he kind of was like, I guess you can say,
right,
engaged in an inappropriate relationship with. She's actively, you know, they're involved in a legal case right now.
Oh, really?
So she's actually, I don't know if it's a civil case or a criminal case. All I know is I've spoke to her directly, and like, yeah, she's testifying against him in court.
Well, how recent is this? Because like I remember when the Colossal stuff happened, I went over to the Line Maker channel. I was like, is this guy still uploading? And it was all run by his fans, and like one of them was Paige. So
that was, I think it was like last year. She was still running his stuff for him, right?
Yeah, because she was doing all the videos and stuff.
I want to say it was a couple months ago. She tweeted out that she was doing a GoFundMe page. She couldn't say what it was for, but it was like for legal stuff. I kind of reached out to her.
I mean,
yeah, well, I reached out to her in the DMs, and it's like public knowledge now, so I can talk about it. But basically,
you're not gonna expose stuff on RFC Live.
No. I'm not gonna expose anything. It's public knowledge now.
Yeah.
Basically, she just needed money for a flight to fly over there, so she can testify against him. and doing this Indiegogo so she can get the money for the flight. What's funny, we were talking about Keem earlier. He ended up paying for the whole thing. He paid for the whole thing so she can go over there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so she went and she testified against him, and I think she has some other flights that she's going to have to take to, you know, make other statements and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole situation, I missed like the start of the line maker stuff, but when the Colossal interview came out back in 2016, that was back when I was first starting to get into everything, and I like, if Colossal's, no matter what he's uploading, I'm there the second it's out. So I watched that, and I watched like the first 5 minutes, and I'm like, what on earth is this? So I tuned it off, and then like a few weeks later, I listened to the entire thing, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, whoa.
Was that the interview or was that the video he did online?
The interview. Because like,
man, that interview was so good.
I hadn't seen the original video he did in Line Maker, so I like a few weeks later I was like, man, I need to see what this is all about. So I watched his original video first to kind of get the context of everything, and then I watched the interview, and I was like, man, like videos, like a select few videos really make you like emotional, or not emotional, because it's not like I'm sitting there crying and stuff, but like a few videos spark emotion for me. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You know, the most I'll get is like a chuckle. Maybe like every once in a while I'll see a video that will have me like laugh out loud. But like that video, like I was sitting through that like tense, like on the edge of my seat. Like, look, like just listening to, like, you're listening to a pedophile try to defend being a pedophile.
Yeah.
2 solid hours.
Yeah, it was pretty insane. I remember it's funny. I was actually listening to that at work. I often have podcasts that I listen to at work or whatever.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of stuff when I'm doing homework and stuff.
Yeah, I basically just like put Bluetooth headphones on, and while I'm doing my thing, I'm listening to it. I remember listening to that the whole time, just like, holy fuck, he's actually defending himself being a pedophile. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
I still have no clue why he agreed to the interview. Because it's like, how were you going to, like, were you gonna, like, there's no possible scenario he could have achieved that would have been beneficial for him.
No, absolutely not.
So
I guess in his mind, like, it made sense to him, like, what he was saying, but like to the audience watching, it's just like, no, this doesn't make any sense at all, dude.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know how we got, I don't know how we got in this topic.
Yeah, I got a little sidetracked, but that's all good, man.
You know what? This has been so much fun, just sitting here chilling. I think that pretty much concludes the interview. I think we're going to transition to the calls. So, okay. You guys who are here, we don't have as much viewers here live because we're not on the typical show schedule. We usually have around like 10 to 16 people watching. Today was a bit different because we're not on Friday night radio. We're on Sunday afternoon. But we're going to just go through the calls anyway. You guys want to talk to Tipster or the legendary famous YouTuber AugieRFC, then basically what you guys want to do, I'm posting the Discord in the chat, a couple lines there so you can't miss it. Click the link, basically it's going to take you to Discord. Click on the callers tab, we'll bring you up, and then you can talk to us. Just ask a question to Tipster, you'll answer anything, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm an open book, man.
Yeah, all right. So basically, you guys want to get in here. We'll give you guys. I'm gonna give you guys about like 3 minutes, and if no one hops in, then we're just gonna call it a wrap. But in the meantime, yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and wait. What do you guys think of the interview? What do you guys think of the interview? I thought it was really fun. You know, like,
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
The purpose of this series that I want to do is I don't just want to, like, you know, when, like, you know, there's an interview going on, like, there's like some underlying controversy that people want to get answers to. For me, with this series, I just want to get to know, you know, fellow YouTubers. So it's really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, guys, just so you guys know, I put Tipster's Twitch in the description. So if you want to go follow him, you should.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, dude. We gotta support. You're almost there to like 2,000, right? So we gotta get you there. That'd be funny if I had enough clout to get you to 2,000. That'd be great. But
clout gang.
Clout gang, exactly. I'm gonna actually tweet out that we're taking calls so that maybe we can get some people in here, because this is your once in a lifetime opportunity. You get to talk to Tipster. Like, you can't just pass this up. All right, taking calls. Come talk to Tipster. All right, I'm not good at writing, so I have to like read it.
Yeah, you could talk to the Tipster without making a fool of yourself, like Bomber and ETV did last night. Did you get to catch that?
Oh, dude, I started watching that this morning. Apparently, you guys had a debate.
Yeah, that guy. Oh, man, you know I respect him for. What's that?
Did that not go well?
What did what not go out?
The interview.
Yeah, it's uploaded on YouTube now.
No, I meant did it not go well?
Well, did it not go well? Gotcha. It was interesting because, like, first of all, I want to say I respect the guy because he kind of, came into the Lion's Den. He went into a show that wasn't his own. It wasn't something like some controlled environment that he had control over. So I respect him for that. I invited him on, and he was willing to come on. But man, some of the arguments that dude was making in defense of the Atari VCS were just insanely ridiculous. And if you look at some of his videos, he takes a lot of the things the company's saying like at face value, like, oh, well, they said they have the funds to build this thing on their own, so I believe them. And it's like, why are they crowdfunding it then? And just like some of his arguments were like insane, ridiculous. It's unbelievable.
I'm gonna have to catch that then.
I slammed him.
Wow, dude, really? A slam dunk? Dude, I'm intrigued.
I'd say
now.
so.
I gotta catch that. All right, we got Thomas in here. I don't want to drag you up, dude, because I feel like I know like this guy's one of my homies, so I know he's gonna say something.
Drag him in. I can hang.
All right, Thomas, what you got?
Tipster, do you like Glaceon?
What is Glaceon?
The Pokemon.
There's a Pokemon called Glaceon?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm not familiar with said Pokemon. I'm OG. I only do the original 150, man.
Okay.
Yeah, he left.
He wasn't happy with my answer. Now I gotta look this up. What's this Glaceon shit?
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna look it up, man. Oh, okay, I see.
You won't understand if you just look it up because it's like this inside joke.
Oh, it's an inside joke?
And
you gotta explain it, man.
Dude, I don't.
If you don't, I mean, if you don't want to, but.
Dude, no, it's weird. I don't want to.
Okay.
He's basically the joke. The joke is that he's like a furry or something with.
Oh, okay.
On.
So he's being a dank memer.
Yeah, he is.
I like the dank
it's such
memer,
a
so it's all
bad
good.
joke. Like it's not. It's so weird. Like I don't get. No.
Do you like Glaceon? It's like, no.
That's probably gonna be the only call we get to. I swear, that's the worst thing.
Hey, it was a good one, man. It was a good one. He trolled me, and it's all good.
That was not a good call. I'm banning him from the Discord. That was a terrible call.
Damn.
All right, guys, I'm giving you like one more minute, and then we're gonna call it a wrap because I don't want to just sit here with some dead air, you know. But with that being said, if you guys want to talk to Tipster, talk to AugieRFC, the legend himself, then you got like a minute.
I see my boy Oisix in the chat. No, I haven't tried Session yet. He's been on my ass about that.
What's that? Is that a game?
It's the best way to describe it is like it's a new version of like Skate or like those skateboarding games basically.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like an indie devved skateboarding game. He's been recommending it to me, and I haven't tried it yet, man. As a matter of fact, now that you're mentioning it, let's go ahead and queue that up so I could download it after this interview.
Are you going live after the show?
I don't think so. No.
All right. I think I might do a Twitch thing after this, just because feeling in the mood to stream, play some games. All right, guys. I think that's gonna be it for the calls. The one call we got is Taz. You're so banned, dude. And this guy asked for mod like every stream.
Well, hey, like I said, I like memes, and he was a dank memer. He memed me, so it's all good, man.
It's not a good meme, dude. It's not. It's weird.
Hey, I didn't say it was a good meme. I just said he memed me, so I'll let it slide.
Dude, it's weird. It's weird. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and deafen my speakers and play the music to end the stream. Thank you guys so much for showing up. This was really fun. Just sit here, chat, talk about all kinds of crazy stuff. Talk about you know, all kinds of, you know, memes and stuff like that. It was really fun. Oh,
Yeah.
frick, I didn't load up the music. Oh, jeez. Shows you how prepared I am. Like 15 minutes before the interview, one of my friends called me and was like, yo, you got that show soon, right? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, did you do any prep? And I'm like, nah, dude. I don't want to prep an interview.
Right?
Yeah.
Just wing it.
I think this is the song. I forget what it looks like, the thumbnail. Alright, I'm gonna hope that's it. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna deafen real quick and play the music. So, thank you for coming on, dude.
For sure, man.
Alright, let's get out of here.